Yo, it's Anything Goes podcast, man. It's your boy Sean Peoples. I'm here with the AGP family. We here kicking it, hanging out, chilling. We got a good conversation to roll on you guys tonight. AGP fam, y'all ready to get this conversation going, man?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get
Let's
it
do it.
cracking.
Talk. Lola will be here in a few. We all know she lives on a different planet, so you know how that goes already.
There we go.
Yep, like I said, it's gonna be a good night of conversation tonight, man. Shout out to everybody out there from early. AGP family that's in here early. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and share out there to the world. Cherie, what's going on with you, mama?
Hi, y'all. Happy to be here. It's Thursday. I got my, little afro out.
Got that Foxy Brown going.
You know what I'm saying? Ready to rock and roll.
Cleopatra.
Yeah. Shut up. I'm happy to be here with my family, ready to. I think it's gonna be a little nice, spicy topic tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good one. We're gonna have a grown-up conversation about this one.
Yes.
See how where we get it to. Mr. Razor, what's going on with you, my brother?
Yo, I'm here, man. I'm here. Another day. I was gonna say paradise, but it's no paradise, man. Life is a struggle.
You're not the reason it's chilly out there, huh?
Man, let me tell you about the weather, man. Better days coming, but I was disappointed with outside today, very much so, because when I went out and I felt like chill on my bones when I went out there, my T-shirt, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So, like I said, yeah, next 2 or 3 days you're supposed to get warm up again. So better days coming. Look forward to it. And this is my final prediction. This is the last of the 60s. We ain't gonna hit 60s no more. It's gonna be in the 70s and 80s on up from now. So
Good
it's
job.
a wrap.
Good job.
I wish you had did like the brother that told Shaft to shut your mouth. That's what I wish you had did. But I guess we can expect some more 60s here soon. Oh, Jizzle, what's going on with you, my brizzle?
Yo, man, I'm here, man. Living and loving life the silent way. That's for you, Lola. What's good, man? It's Thursday, Like we said tonight, we're gonna have some grown-up conversation. Talk about some things that make people say,
Yeah.
or some people.
We still gonna make it a little ratchet at the same time. But,
yeah, I mean, always.
Yeah, keep
put
it
a little. Got to put a little fun in there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta listen. We gotta put a little humor in everything we do. Otherwise, why do it?
Facts.
Everything can't be all serious all the time, right? So
Fact almighty.
Just gotta come up, chilling here with the family on Thursday. We're gonna kick back. We're gonna, like you said, we're gonna do what we do.
Definitely. Shay, what's going on, my brother?
Shay,
with you?
What's good?
Yeah, guys. What did I think about it, man? I want to show y'all something, man. I want to start off with maybe this will bring a smile to our face or something. I ain't sure, but let's see.
Already.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Tupac and Jada.
What's a little Onyx action? What's going on?
Yeah, man.
J-Pac. Yeah.
I didn't do it like that. Oh my, these.
Oh wow.
Hey, she did it to herself, man.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you was gonna do something else, maybe a picture of Coco Brown or something, man. But
Why did you?
My page.
Why did you?
I thought that's what he was gonna do.
It was eventually.
I didn't even think that because he would have made it clear he's gonna show his boo. He'd have made it clear.
You already know that, yeah.
He would have advertised it. He would have built it out. I'm about to show my boo.
Yeah, but
he would have called me a hater afterwards.
Since she was requested, I just went ahead and throw it out there for y'all.
Razor got him started. Now it's gonna be like an intermission every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes. Gotta put it up. Hold on.
I throw my boo out there just in case. Yeah, man. Hey, so before we get in depth in this conversation, man, shout out to everybody that's been supporting us for while we've been doing this, and uh, like I said, hit like, share out there with your in the comment section. Want to ask you guys a question, man. What's your thoughts on men that use their money to attract women? Um, I had this conversation with a couple of my friends the other day. We actually got it from the Mike Tyson LL Cool J conversation, and a lot of there was in between arguments in this whole thing because you know I have some friends that are in good positions in life, so they feel why not? And I also got some friends that be like, man, please, if that's what you want me for, then I'm not in it. So what's y'all take on this AGP squad?
Well, some men don't have what they call it, the gift of gab. So as they get older, they learn that money attract some women.
Mm.
So that's how they use to get women. They don't have that gift that, hey, come here, let me talk to you real quick. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that. Some of them don't have that. Let me whisper in your ear.
Yin yang twin you.
You know what I'm saying? But some of them don't have that. And other ones use it for bad stuff because they know how to talk, but they know with money they'll get that attention. So some people use it for evil, and some people use it because they just don't know how to talk. So that's basically my opinion on it. They don't have.
Dre, pick up yourself.
Hi,
Yeah,
Papa. They don't have the
big
gift
up
of
yourself.
gab, so they got like your typical guy that they have guys that go to the store and see a because I've seen it. I worked in a restaurant before, and they come up, you give them the total. The total is like $5 or something. Said they take out a whole bunch of money, go through all of it,
Just for one Big Mac
just for one $5.
and a small fry.
Like all you got was something small. It's $5.60. Okay, you don't have to show me the big thing of money. Like I would, like what you thought I was going. No, wrong one. Next.
I got friends that do that. They be like, we go to a store. Sometimes they ain't buying nothing. They about to buy, but they take out the water money just to. I be looking at them like,
Just be like, let me see. Let me see. Here you go, ma. Here you go.
I don't care. I don't carry around cash with me, so I just tap my card and keep it moving.
I be rolling my eyes. I be just.
I got $3 in my pocket. That's it.
Yeah. It's not everyone, guys. Not every woman likes that, okay? Because they already know what you're about when they see you pull up your money. Basically, that's what you are. Your money. You don't have nothing else but your money. So not a lot of girls like that. All of us are not the same.
What you saying, Razor? You making a sound over there like you don't
All
believe?
of us are not the same.
What you saying, Razor? They all like that.
Man, let me tell you. Let me let me spread this word, man. Listen, most female. Listen, all females.
Not all, because I'm a female, so do not include me.
Razor, you could say
Not all.
99.99% of you'll be
Yes,
okay.
and I'm that
Listen,
1% out there. No, not
Never
all.
say all. Never say all, Razor.
No.
That's a no-no.
No.
Listen. All right, so let me. All right.
If you want to be canceled,
Rephrase it, please.
Listen, so
Go in your manual.
all right, so let me let
Yo, he pull out the manual. He pull out the manual on him.
hey, where the SOP? Come on, man. SOP saying.
He just pull out the manual on him.
listen.
Pull out your manual and rephrase that.
Hey, rewrite the table of contents, bro, because you messed something up.
I ain't messing up, man. It's real. I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it be known, man. Hate or love it. I'm gonna let it go. So let me say this. I don't know no female that will go out there and see a bum and date him. So in essence, you have to no, well, a bum in sense of he's walking in the street, he give you good conversation, you don't have nowhere to stay, you don't, But for most part, you are looking at what the man can bring to the table. So if a man, because you want somebody to build with, so in essence, you're looking at somebody that has something that can contribute to what you have, and y'all could come together and build something. So in essence, you're still looking at what that person had. You're not just going there and be like, oh, this is a bum, he's gonna bring me down, and you just gonna go with him. So I mean, you might not think about it in the sense that in a way where you're thinking like, he's not going to bring nothing to the table. He is going to bring something to the table. You are looking at what he has. You are looking about his contribution in life. You are looking at about his potential. You are looking about all these good things that he could bring. So so to say, you're not looking about what a man have, I think that is false, because you're not. I mean, you're probably not thinking about it that way, but you're looking at a man of quality, and a man of quality has something to bring or give you to the table.
True.
So,
I don't got no objections.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustain.
Your Honor, objection.
Overrule.
Oh yeah.
Overrule.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Objection, Your Honor.
Let's move on to the next question.
Lola B. Yeah,
No.
Lola B, what's going on with you?
Hi, y'all. Sorry,
Love.
late.
We're letting them know that outer space down there in that planet called Florida, they be in their own mission over there. So
Run the question. Run the question again.
The question is
Hear the lies. Hear the lies that's gonna be told.
The question is, Lola, is what do you think of men that use their money to get to attract women? Coach Razor was just on this spill a while ago. Sheree said that yes, some of those guys will consider them weak. What's your thoughts?
I think that guys who use their money to get women are the guys that get the women that want them only for their money.
Amen.
They're not going to get a woman that actually wants them. I mean, it's possible that things could change once they get together and start dealing with each other. But initially, if you use your money, just like if women use their bodies, like, oh, my body is what I got to offer.
Objection. Objection.
Overrule.
They're going to get the man that just want the bad.
That's not what we want. We want love.
Peace.
I mean, everybody wants love, but if you go about it the wrong way, you're gonna get the wrong thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I was objecting to you saying if you just give us the body, objection.
Bring the body, baby.
Don't talk him out of it. Objection, Your Honor. What you trying to say? I'm not sure, Your Honor. I just got to.
Yeah, but no man. Right. If that's your first thing to attract women with your money, then you don't have. Of course, we want somebody that is matching us financially. Like if I have a little something, you have a little something. We make a little something out of it. But to just be, pull up on your car, what I'm saying? When they come out the car, they gotta dust off their shirt, off their watch. And then the wrist a bunch of times so you can see the rollie. What time is it? What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock.
This is what I have.
Talking about.
See, everybody got watch but me. I ain't got no time.
Talking about something.
Because you don't have a value for time, young man.
Yes, but can you grab my valet parking? Thank you.
What type of chicken y'all selling here? Y'all sell chicken in here? What type of chicken y'all sell?
Let me go to.
No, here it is. Let me get a pack of spearmint. 25 cents. Pull out a big, not this big. Come on.
Looking stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. That's very irritating to me.
Be like,
yes, it is. I roll my
If I
eyes.
get engaged or something, that's how I'm gonna be like.
yeah, you got to hit him with the y'all got
See
anything
what I
on the menu?
So
Y'all got anything on the menu?
so when you see that bling bling on the finger, you gonna know what's your worth, because you're like, oh.
So I was telling Razor today that one of my homies saw one of my exes, and he was like, I know you ain't gonna ask, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. She was looking fly, and he was like, the ring she had on her finger almost blind me, boy. I got confused when that sparkle hit my eyes. I was like, woof. I was like, thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Great.
You want to be doing good, doing well.
No, I don't.
I hear a little hateration there. I hear a little hateration going on.
No, I don't.
You don't wish them well?
No.
Wish them hell.
Yeah, I wish them hell.
Okay, maybe the terms that you left on, maybe.
She's doing better than when he left off. He ain't.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
She's doing better than before.
All right, but yeah, man. But back to the thing with.
Before you say that, I just want to go on a note and say, my friend is a scumbag.
Yeah, he's trying to get a reaction out of you, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, guys that always plot a bunch of money when you see them. Sign of insecurity. Maybe trying to let people know that they have,
They're trying to make up.
Yeah, because I mean, they could be just flashy or not flashy, but when they pull out that knot, it's like that's like them, right? So that symbolizes how they look at themselves as having money now.
They got small parts from big money.
Yeah, and the women that like Lola said, are attracted to those guys. They don't want them for themselves, their personality, or whatever else they may have. They want them just because they brandish that money, right? So that's what you're looking at.
Some of that stuff that he flashing around too. I mean,
pretty much. And it's a lot of girls out there that'll do anything for that money, right?
About anything for it.
I mean, they'll properly love you for that money. At least they'll make you think they love you for that money.
I don't know if the word is love, but
well,
they'll do something.
Feel special.
They'll pretend to love you,
but make you feel loved.
But you might be delusional too, because you show them money. You might be delusional thinking they really love you, because people out there like that, right? Yeah, you might be delusional, think they really love you. So,
but those rappers are ball players that coming up their whole life, and you see the girls that they dating, and all of a sudden, boom, they got the baddest chick in the world.
Only because of money, like Cherie said. Those guys, they don't have what we may call game in the streets. They don't have that je ne sais quoi. They don't have that that they don't have the it factor. They can't they can't they can't speak to the women just to talk to them and hold them in a conversation, make them smile, make them smile.
The conversation is I can fly you out,
make it engaging.
That's okay.
You gonna fly me out. He gonna fly me out.
You gonna get flew out,
huh? I hate him with the bus. I go drive you out. Right, Greyhound.
Put you on the train.
But yeah, I mean, but noticing those guys though, when they're not, I mean, those guys lack confidence. The money is their confidence now, because like Sean said, if you look at who they were, dating before, or had in their circle, may not have been, what everybody called a cream of the crop. May not have been 10. They might have had 2 5s back then. Now they have a 10. So that is, there's nothing wrong with 5s now, because you can turn 2 5s into 2 10s.
I'm sure you know a lot about these 5s.
Yeah. So yeah,
you have 5 on it.
Yeah. See, hey, look, hey, you people. You people are shameless. Shameless.
Right into that one. You walked
right into it.
I set myself up.
Yeah, I know about it.
I should have said 2 4s, but 2 5s sounded good. The analogy went wrong. I should have said 2 4s or something. But 2 5s.
I'm here for you, brother. I'm here for you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, but yeah, definitely though. If you throw money around, that's how you want to be seen. That's how you want to be noticed. You're not gonna get much out of it. I mean, hell, guys gonna hang around you because you got money.
Yeah.
I
You're
mean,
not just women.
yeah,
Guys gonna hang around you, be your friends
yeah.
because you're throwing out money. So yeah,
you are gonna get. I mean, for me, honestly, I have mixed view on it. Because I think once you start getting money, you already put yourself in a
Oh,
realm
are you
where.
changing what you saying now? Because you already said something already.
No, what? No,
hey,
Going
you
on?
can't
no,
change
I'm
in the
not.
same
I'm not
show.
changing.
Don't
I'm
be
not changing.
scared.
I'm
I'm
Don't be
joking.
not.
scared.
I
Be
am not
scared.
changing.
Hey,
I'm
Razor,
just
it's
saying.
your opinion, it's
I
your mind. If you want to change
listen.
it,
Listen.
change it.
Hold up. Open that manual. That's what it say in the manual for you to change changes.
I don't think that says in the manual.
The wind direction change outside.
Listen,
Change his mind.
the weather changed, man. It's 61
the
degrees
wind
today.
blew. He said, "Wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Wait a
The
minute.
wind went
Stop."
that way.
Yep. He was like,
like
"Oh, my bad. Wait a minute. What I was trying to say was."
But we're not saying that guys with money don't want
No, but
women notice. I'm saying if you showing your money, then that's what you're putting out there. Now, if they happen to engage with you prior to you showing that, then that's different.
Right. You want it to be genuine. So if it is from the point of where you started flashing money, then you never know if it's genuine or not. Like, it could be somebody that's genuinely interested in you regardless of that, but you wouldn't know because you
you
already
started
put
with that.
everything out front.
I couldn't be in a transactional relationship anyway. Go ahead, Razor.
No, and I'm saying, what about if somebody know you already have money? How would you truly know if it's genuine? You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
won't
know.
But even if you're not flashing it, I'm saying.
But it's kind of like the same thing
you can
as
tell when
you using. Yeah. I mean,
you can tell when you're dealing with somebody, you can tell if they actually really like you or they like
you know if they feeling you, man. You know if they feeling you.
Women got a gift, bro.
Hey, unless there's some great actresses out there.
They the representative very well.
You see the two devils up here talking about no. Women got a gift. What's going on, Britt? Women got a gift to make you feel special. Come on, OG. I can't believe you falling for this, bro.
Not for the okie doke, not me.
Listen, I'm not falling. I got it. Listen.
Nah, man. Women,
women out there that make you think you're
somebody and it's organic. You can tell.
Hey, I mean, you could generally tell, but like Sean said,
feel like they don't know because they still like what they getting out of the situation. So deep down, they be knowing, but they still feel good.
But you got some of them that stick to the script, have you feeling all lovey dove, dove, and soon as you go broke,
representative.
Soon as you go broke, they look at you and say, "All the money is gone.
All of it? You don't got nothing.
So this relationship got to go."
I mean, you do have some women that could put on a good face, I guess.
All that kind submissiveness is gone.
Yep, all that submissiveness is gone. You can't talk to me like that. All of that is gone.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts on it is this. Usually, money puts you in a different all the time. Money puts you in a different category of dating, of life, of everything. Everything changes around your life. How people see you, how you're perceived by people. That money talks for itself. You don't have to have a mouthpiece when you got cash. That's the mouthpiece itself there. So it's okay for somebody to say that, yo, I want somebody of substance, like what Razor was saying earlier. When you present yourself out there, women like guys that have stature. Women like guys that have power. Women like guys that seems like they're in charge. I know certain girls that only go after guy that he got to be a manager, or he got to be the owner or something. There's got to be somebody that's in charge. He's delegating. He's telling people what to do, and that's what attracts them. He's
I hope she's bringing something to the table.
Some punani.
That's a dime a dozen. Bring something else.
Facts. But in life, you want you kind of want to be in a category where people look at you as he's a higher stature or she's a higher stature than just a regular somebody. But you don't want that person to look at you as this is my source of income. You know, if just getting the eye on me is because I look successful, yeah, it's okay. But I don't want you to like me for my money, because now all of this becomes transactional. And once I can't give you what you want, or somebody else come with a bigger transaction, then I'm kind of out of luck.
Right.
All right, here we go. Guys, here's a lesson for everybody. Ladies too. Lesson for the night. If you have a lot of money or you're comfortable, you have knots somewhere. Knots may not be on you. Figurative knots, it's in the bank. That figurative knot, you have that in the bank or whatever, or you have access to it. When you meet someone, do not advertise that you are doing well. Do not advertise.
What's up, baby girl?
Do not.
Listen, you're being judged already by the time, because they're looking at what you drive,
your house,
whatever.
What you
So
got in the house.
Here's how you do them though. Here's how you do them.
But I know. All right, so I know somebody that that she told me that she was dating a dude. The dude was successful, so apparently the dude went and he drove an old car to the date, and she
objection, y'all. I'm just playing.
So he drove her old car to pick her up, and she was tight. She like, why are you doing it? Because the man want to see where your heart, and apparently your heart wasn't in the right place.
Yeah, well,
but wait,
here's what happened.
The car first, or
here's what happened. So what happened was she met him driving a high class Mercedes Benz. And then asked her out for a date. She was cool. When he pulled up in an old vehicle, and she looked out the window, and the first thing she asked him was, "Where's the Mercedes?"
Well, was it?
Both cars are his, but she don't have a clue.
Yeah.
So that just leads him to. That leads him. When she asked him that leads him to say, "Oh, that's my friend."
Bucket, or just a regular car that was old. Oh.
No, you went extreme on it? Nah.
That wasn't extreme, but it's a car. It's not like
a bucket. In my definition,
it's not like a trash car that you
like you gonna break down.
A bucket, like be like.
So it was a Toyota Corolla. It was a Corolla, and
pretty much.
Yeah, now come on, that's okay though.
Excuse me, because I drive a Camry. That ain't no bucket.
Let him know.
So he used the term bucket. I wouldn't call any car a bucket if it's yours and you're driving it. I wouldn't call any car a bucket like that. Unless
a bucket to me is like the car is like barely hanging on to a thread.
Like a pinto.
Like a real bucket.
It got like a brown door.
Yeah.
The mirror's missing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got to reach outside the door to open the door outside. That's what a bucket is.
Yeah, it just wasn't the high class luxury Mercedes.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying, Sean. So that's what I'm saying, Razor.
Yeah, she was
I'm saying that's exactly how you should do it. You should do something regular. You should take it to a spot where dinner only costs about $35 for both of y'all.
20 for two?
20 for two. Exactly. 20 for two. You go out, you get some drinks. You don't get top shelf. You don't get top shelf. You get You get whatever they have on special today.
Top shelf. We get water.
That's what I'm saying. You get.
That's where
you take it a happy hour. When happy hour's over, we gotta go.
Right there. Short man. I'm about to line right there. You ain't about to give me no headache drinks.
That's exactly what we're gonna try to give you.
Look, you ain't gotta worry about no headache. We getting water.
Look, I'm gonna be like
free one too.
Can we get?
I'll get the drinks then.
Matter of fact, I pay for the tapas. You pay for your own drinks.
I'm cool.
We get the 2 for 20.
You're not about to give me no aristocrat. That's what you're not about to do.
Aristocrat and Jose Cuervo gold. No Patron, no Herradura, no Capizal, none of that.
Wait, Jose Cuervo was the military go-to drinks when they want to get
back in the day. Back in the day.
Sharice, big up yourself, Sharice. Yeah, man, that was the military go-to drinks back in the day.
Back in the day, it was.
Them boys knocked back some Jose Cuervo. and they start running
I
around
used to
out there
love
in
Jose
Fallon,
Cuervo.
What's
Nevada.
that?
My mom
Bombay rum or something? What's that?
Bro,
Man.
out
Bombay.
there in Fallon,
Bombay
Nevada
gin,
with no
whatever.
clothes on, running around, security chasing them, and you hiding because you like, I'm not taking no naked man back to base.
What they slip something in his drink or something?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, you acting like you forget that these fools be E7 and above, and they just get out there. I guess they get away from their wives and get away, and they just go crazy.
That sounds like some guys that feel trapped.
Yeah,
If you got to go out and do all that.
I had one CO. He got so drunk he was holding up the wall because he thought he was gonna fall on him.
I saw my XO in the strip club with us nibbling on one of the strippers.
Okay.
Yeah, yo, my master chief had to come out. Yo, my master chief know I'm a G, so he ain't even say nothing to me. He said he came and told the snitches, "Yeah, I gotta go." He look at me, and I look at him, and he just said, "Keep it moving." He know I'm a G. He know I ain't saying that. He know what it is. All I know is when I get in trouble, he know what it is.
Right.
Because
All you gotta do is look at him and say, "Hey, bruh."
Yeah. Nah, I just give him back one of these again.
When I'm in trouble, I'm gonna be like,
Just say, "Oh, that wall was falling. That wall was falling."
I gotta point out something real quick because I feel like Razor is giving like Silver Fox competition to Shark Man. You know, with the silver.
listen,
You know what I'm
silver,
saying? What's going on?
I'm silver
What's
foxing.
going on?
Come on, Razor. Join me on the join
Listen,
on the seat, man. Come on, man.
Hey, man.
Good. Get on in here, man. Get on in here, bro.
Again, the Silver
Hey,
Fox.
long as they like it.
Join
I'm
to the
fine.
club, bro.
Oh, they like it. They like
You know that there's a group they call them Silver Fox. They have Silver Fox, and they got the silver hair, the silver bear. I was like, okay.
I mean, I'm trying to stay in Black Fox as long as possible.
Listen, that's the only thing the pandemic did for did me a favor.
Hey, man.
Made me decide to just let it go.
Did I tell y'all the story about my homeboy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't need to tell y'all again then. Boy, that boof, I thought it was his daddy. It was grandpa. I was like, I was like, I did not know. He's like, bro. He's like, you know how hard this is to keep this up, bro? I said, I can only imagine. Well, back to the topic at hand. Yeah. So what the guys were saying earlier, I agree with somewhat with the ladies too, and somewhat with what Razor was saying. For me, but I think stature puts you in a different league. Money gives you a different type of stature, and the stature puts you in a different league when it comes to women. Now, if that's the only reason she's interested, I ain't trying to be a part of that
Right.
because that's not what that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for more likely get to know you. In fact, same thing with a woman's body. If that's all you offering for the time being, what happened when I find next body that's better than yours?
Because you always gonna see it. You always gonna see it.
You know, the one thing that we know for sure in life is that Mother Nature or Father Time or whatever you want to call it catch up to everybody.
Catch up to everybody.
It drops.
You know, so
you can go exploring, of course, because they do have women that they're in their 60s, 60 something, don't look it, but one day it's gonna come that gym ain't gonna do it no more. The
gym would drop too.
Yeah. Everything goes down.
Gravity will have a time.
Gravity? Sure. Please.
Well, since we're speaking about money, what do you guys think about should you share your whole financial history with your spouse? Meaning that all your money, your spouse should be able to have access to all your money. Not to say spending it, but should know that, hey, I got $1 million in this account over here. I got 100,000 here. Or for poor people like me, I got $25 in this account over here and $17 in this one right here. Should your spouse be able to know everything about your account, about your financial abilities in the relationship? Your wife, your permanent girlfriend, you know, just somebody that you're in a serious relationship. We ain't talking about we just
I'm
start
over.
talking to Betty Boo and her booty big down the street, and so no, I just talking about your spouse, somebody that you planning to share the rest of your life.
Go ahead, Rick.
Go ahead, Razor. Break out the manual and make sure you're saying it right.
He had a pencil in his hand.
If this was a show that we could say some profanity, I would have been letting it.
He would have said, hell.
I'd have been like, I would say, hell no to the no.
Right.
I'm gonna go first then. I'm gonna get out the way. I'm gonna go first.
Go first, Mr. OG.
If that's your spouse, not some big booty Trudy down the road or whatever, your spouse, she should or he should know, he or she should know where the money is, where the money reside. Need to know where the money reside, right? Where the money reside. Need to know where the money reside, right? So, I mean, that's important because anything.
All of the money though, even the money that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. All of the money.
I mean, you could tuck away something for for a rainy day. That's different. You should always tuck something away for a rainy day. That thing that you didn't expect, slide a few numbers over here, a few numbers over there, a rainy day, because sometimes it rains, right, Razor?
Well, no.
Wait a minute. The weatherman tell me it don't rain. Wait.
It never rains.
Wait a minute, man.
It never rains.
No, I feel like, all right, so let me say this. Well, all right, so yes, I think your spouse or whoever you're living with should have some access to a fund that y'all delegate together that you have. But if you have your funds over there, I'm not worried about it. And if I have my funds over there, you shouldn't be worried about it. But yes, y'all should be. Y'all should have.
I want to buy me some Christian Louis Vuitton boots.
Well, that's why you have your funds.
Long as the house don't suffer, long as the rent don't suffer, right? You can't be up there buying Louis Vuitton in the house suffering though, right?
Yeah,
that's not
the house can't suffer.
Long as the house don't suffer.
The house can't suffer. The bills, the food, all that stuff.
Listen, if you can't take a trip and take care of the house,
exactly.
If you can't do both,
so
you gotta get your weight up.
So I gotta see, because I got my Fashion Nova money, and in my Bath and Body Works money.
I think all women have that these days.
Yeah, but I think I was just joking, but I think if you're married to somebody, of course that's me. I will tell my spouse what money I have and stuff like that. God forbid something happened to me.
That's what I said.
What's gonna happen?
You're legally
you're
married.
You're gonna get it anyway.
You're legally married. You're gonna get it.
Yeah.
But just if you
Cherie, leave a time capsule, Cherie. Leave a time capsule.
Or if you have a will.
That's what I was gonna say. You have to have your affairs in order so that if something do happen, even if I have, this secret $1 million over here, if something happened to me, there should be some kind of, I don't know, something to where, okay, now I'm gone, you're going to be able to get access to that, even if we didn't discuss it.
That's the responsible thing. Yeah, I have no problem with that.
And in life in general, let's explain this to people that don't know. Your spouse is going to get the money, whether he or she knows about it.
Exactly.
Whether you say give it to them or not.
Yeah, they're going to get
by default.
Unless you got a will indicating that that heifer gets nothing, she going to get
the secret family.
Yeah, unless you say, let my real other family.
Hey,
stop playing games. Hey, it's some truth to that out there, boy.
Yeah, they can't do nothing else.
Look, what you gonna do? Come get mad? Let my real other family need to get
my real family that I had the girl, the kids. We got 4 kids together.
I couldn't leave because is what it is. But my
Right.
real other family over here, I need them.
They got to be taken care of.
Yeah, you know.
But of course, you should tell your spouse, you know, about.
What about your real other family? Wait a minute.
First of all,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, bitch, you doing the responsible thing by sharing it with us?
Dude.
I was confused for a minute. I was like, wait a minute, are we?
talking about the money, not the family.
The money.
They good where they at. They good. They
Hey,
silent.
we laughed and I was watching the show, right? And dude was a traveler. And he had a whole other family because he traveled so much. Like, I mean, wife and kids. I mean, they thought he was the best dad because he traveled from that house to that house to that house to that house.
I know real people like that in life right now.
That's crazy.
I know real life people like this right now.
I mean, 4 kids and 1 wife. That's a thing to juggle by itself.
Real.
How you gonna do 2?
I gotta take my hat off to him.
God bless him.
Like that's
God
good
bless 'em.
training, good because how do you handle 2
Man, that's crazy.
families, 2 women, 2 different.
It's hard enough with 1.
Boy.
Yeah, that's
You got birthdays, you got birthdays, you got sports, you got events, all kind of stuff.
Y'all heard me, guys. 1 devil is enough.
Oh no, you didn't.
Ooh.
No, you didn't.
And to go and have them all, if they're all over the place, man, that's why I man died so young.
I mean, they ain't telling no lies.
No, it's because they don't want to get their prostate exam.
This is the new generation. They get examined now. They got new technology now. It ain't like it was back in the day. But for me, I tend to agree with Ray's, and I think Lola was you saying the same thing too, Lola? Like, you know, you should be able to have your own without everybody knowing. Yeah, I don't think that I should have to share my whole financial stability.
As long as we good, right?
Yeah, exactly. If the house is being taken care of, and I got a stash over here, what's the reason for you to know I have a stash over here? You know, if you have a stash over there, I don't want to know. I don't think, you know, as long as we taking care of what needs to be taken care of. If you come to me and say there's some pressure on you that you can't do this, and I can be able to take care of it, and I don't see what's the issue. I don't see.
I mean that's the whole point, right? As long as I think as long as you're not hiding it in the house suffering, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're not doing that. If you take care of everything is lovely, tuck something away for a rainy day. Because regardless of what the weatherman say, it does rain sometimes.
Well, it could rain outside, but certain raining is not going to happen. My rain is conditional.
Oh, you say you're not making it rain.
Oh, he making it drizzle.
Yeah, drizzle.
Drizzle. Like that misty rain. That's rain.
That's what you got.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're mute.
Sean, you're on mute.
Oh, he muted
You know what the roll? You just gotta know.
I was like, wait, what?
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
man.
well, you know, some people you can have a stash for rainy days.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I'm
Yeah, that rainy day fun.
If I'm dealing with somebody, I'm not, you know, you have your stash and do your thing, because I'm not concerned. And we always say, man, don't care about what women have, or most men of that. They really don't care about what women have or how much money they have in their bank account. Most men don't really care about that stuff. You know, so I mean, for me, I'm the same way. But
we do though. We be nosy.
Yeah, they want like, let me see if I can hack his bank account. Let me see what's in there.
But hold on, wait a second, Razor. Ladies, let me say something. Why be nosy if you get everything?
Because
if you get
nosy don't have nothing to do with what you get.
You just want to know.
Exactly.
I just want to know. Yeah.
Yeah. OG wanted me to play this for y'all, so let's let's listen up.
So it is not easy for a person to know they've got cancer. That is why I encourage men to suck those titties, and I encourage.
Now that's good encouragement. Now that's supporting your partner, right?
I concur.
I mean, where is the lie though?
Hey,
I
I'm
concur.
with it.
I concur. I definitely. I concur.
I agree.
Those titties should be.
And I'm sure the ladies would appreciate early detection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
Help me out.
I don't. Yeah, I feel like that too. Cause you back to what we was talking about. I do agree with sucking the titties. But why? The bills are taking care of the house. You know, you have people that like. What's the reason for you to want to know my every intent of what I have? Is there a reason? There must be a reason for that. You want to what?
Yeah.
What is it?
It probably is, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I'm a very nosy person, but I don't think I would be trying to dig that deep into it. Like, if I'm good, I'm good.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. If you're not lacking for anything,
exactly. Right. The house is it ain't like he's saying, boy, I can't pay these bills, and then you find out he got 200,000 sitting over there.
That right there would be
that's different.
Yeah.
You know?
But if things are good, I don't think I'm gonna tell you, oh, I've just figured it out. Okay. So if things are good and then it's still an issue about, oh, I think you got whatever else aside from this, then you picked the wrong woman.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, if you can get anything you want when you want it, what are you worried about?
Nothing.
What are you trying to find out?
Nothing.
I'm good, love.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. And they have some out there though that's like that. They want to know regardless.
Because they want it all. Any and everything that you have available, they want to have it.
They want it all.
And for what?
Yeah.
And the fact is, some people save better than a lot of people. You have people that have a saving mentality.
Yeah.
And especially if you know your spouse is horrible with money. You're not having access.
Yeah, they definitely gotta be.
Yeah.
They got to be put on the budget.
Yeah, everybody. In every relationship, you have one partner.
I'm one of those.
Listen, you have $50.
And they'll be gone.
$50.
If you guys know that up front, then y'all can handle it properly, right?
I need him to finish. What's the rest? $50 what?
You need $50 a month to spend. That's it.
Wait. Oh, hold up. I understand. Wait.
Is that candy? Is that candy money?
I'm about to ask him, is that your fix?
I thought he said like,
Listen.
if you get $50, you're gonna spend it all like it's gone.
$50 a month. That's it. $50. That's all he did. Monthly,
Oh, you saying $50 an hour? $50, half a day.
What you say? You thought he was saying 50,000? Like,
$50 a month.
A month. So 30 to 31 days. $50.
Let me do the calculation to see how much a day you can spend on $50.
I'd say you probably could spend
$1 and some change.
Maybe
What can you buy with that?
1 point, what's it?
You can only buy a pack of M&Ms.
Nah, I don't even know. M&M's cost like $2 now, Lola.
You're right.
Like 150, like 150.
50 a day, right? 50 a day.
You can't.
M&M costs like
This man said $50 a month.
Razor, go back to your manual and rewrite those numbers.
Raise it.
Whoever was doing the math over that, they
listen. Let me
they
see
didn't carry the one somewhere.
Well, let me see if I can make some adjustment. I might able to give
It's
it
a load. They missed the zero. They missed the zero. They ain't carried one. They missed the zero.
They forgot to carry the one somewhere in there.
Listen,
$50.
y'all making it
as a matter of fact,
it is $50 a month.
That cannot even buy me oxtails.
Now you
I
can't.
said $99, right?
Yeah, you can't even get a pound of oxtail for $50. Oxtail $99 a pound. So
Razor. That's Christmas. That's only for Christmas. That's a Christmas.
I try to roll with your homie, but I can't go.
Razor, you gonna be you know that the show where the people be they be extreme, like they be like
extreme
when they put it back in the bottle. That's crazy.
Hey, you say he put a little water in the ketchup bottle, shake it up, and said, "It ain't finished yet."
That's Razor. Or the bag of tea. Use it. No, save that. We can use that again. That's Razor.
So Razor, check it out. There shouldn't be a number on it. They might want 50 today. They might want 500 tomorrow, depending on what's going on. You can't put a number on it, Razor.
You getting a little out of control there, OG. I don't know what that.
No, we said, wait a minute. Now I can't roll on that one.
Whoa.
Wait, is that too generous?
Yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm outside of the $50 a month. And outside of it, you gonna want way more. No, put me in the middle, closer.
In the middle,
closer to the 50.
Okay, maybe 50 today and 150 tomorrow, maybe. Not 500. How about that?
Yeah, it depends on how many days left in the month that you gonna want the 150. Yeah. Now, guys, for the main topic, this is a discussion that we have sort of had, but we want to grown people conversate it right now. Emotional. I got a side note for saying it's emotional entanglement. That's kind of what I've called it. You can check out the thumbnail for a minute. But is emotional cheating a thing? According to doctors and experts all over the world, it is a thing. Ola, do your thing here for us.
Emotional cheating is a type of infidelity where one particular partner shares emotional intimacy and connection with someone other than their partner. This connection crosses the boundaries of a healthy platonic relationship and assumes a breach of trust within the primary relationship.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a thing or emotional cheating.
It is.
Statistics have shown that it happens in almost every relationship, especially when there's bad times. Your spouse usually has an infatuation with someone in the workplace because that person is closer to them. They spend more time with that person and they're more likely to spend with anybody else. They do have occasions when it might be somebody outside the workplace that they get to see a lot, but maybe not as much, but they get to see them. And it's kind of, in a way, more serious than actually stepping out there and doing a physical attribute, because sometimes you're kind of in love with that person in your mind, but spouse just don't know.
I would go. That's what, not a kind of. That's like a definitely, yeah.
So when your spouse is, and let me say this. I took this from wink from All American Homecoming. So that young lady in All American Homecoming has a boyfriend that she's claiming that she loves. He's deeply in love with her, but she's emotionally involved with someone else, and she's saying that's her friend. But all of her friends are telling her that, it's clear to us there's more than what's going on. And she's denying it. And she came to a conclusion that I am. And they're showing the chemistry. You know what I find funny is I noticed that when I was in a topic about it, and women were blaming the boyfriend because he has a friend that he's not emotionally contact with at all. He's just helping the friend out, and nothing crazy, nothing going on. Unlike what she's doing, and there women is saying, I saw women in the comment talk about, well, he doing the same thing too. No, he's not. He's helping a childhood friend that almost got killed by somebody else get over their doubts and the where they're at in the part of their life, and she's actually in love with another dude. So they're not doing the same thing. So needs to say, I want to hear y'all thoughts on this emotional cheating, this emotional entanglement.
Yeah, it do be happening.
I need a little more elaboration on that, Lord.
You need her to go
Yeah, I
deeper.
need to go deeper than that.
Wow. Deeper.
Because sometimes through friendship, you maybe, I don't know, get to know a person on a deeper level, and sometimes you and that person might match, you know, emotionally. Y'all might have the same kind of, thoughts, ideas, whatever, and that connection is just there. And it ain't like, a connection is not something that you make. It just happens, like you can't force it. You can't.
Yeah, but there's a slippery slope there, right? So it's one thing to be to be good and have chemistry with someone, but it's another thing to be thinking like these other thoughts about that someone, right? So it's like the line between platonic and that extra stuff. So it's when you cross that line, because you could be close to somebody, have chemistry, and y'all, it's super cool. But it's when you start sharing intimate details, when you start getting a little
OG.
What's up?
I said I already know what you did, so I'm gonna go ahead and let Lola read that part also.
Emotional cheating happens when you establish a close, intimate connection with someone who isn't your partner. You can generally tell emotional infidelity apart from simple friendship because your interactions often involve some sexual tension or romantic attraction.
Back to you, O Jizzle. You're mute.
So like I was saying, it's when you cross that line from, we're super cool and we're like close to, you start sharing intimate knowledge with that person, right? And you guys,
that's how
that mental entanglement, going on, when you're thinking about that person, even when you're at home, somebody you work with, more than you should be, right? You go to work, you're done, you have friends at work. You don't come home thinking about your friends. But that mental entanglement that you have at work, you come home thinking about it, right?
That mental entanglement.
That thing going back and forth in your head like that.
One part that I was gonna say,
is
that everybody be having thoughts.
So okay, so
thoughts is different though. That's different from
no,
a
connection.
I
was just talking about that one little piece. The rest of it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So everybody have thoughts. It's again, it's a slippery slope, because emotional entanglement or mental entanglement can lead to physical entanglement. Eventually, it will eventually.
Because that person
can with opportunity. Usually,
right. So you may not go out and seek it. You may not go out and seek it, but if the chance presents itself,
it's gonna
the right amount of emotional entanglement to push you out there to do it.
Everything that's going on, you're sharing, and then they might be going through something too, and y'all just there for each other. And I'm tired, my body, my mental, everything, and crying and no,
and typically
I seen it.
And typically, what I was writing down something in my manual that I'm going to add. So, and typically, and typically, what you find with these emotional situations is that that person respect that other person's opinions more than they even respect their partner's opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
True. And
that's when it starts.
Yeah. And then they'll want their advice more, and they won't even go to their partner. They'll go some outside of that, whoever that person is. Hey, what do you think about so and so?
Yeah,
and it get even worse than that too when you start sharing information about your partner with that person, with that person, right? That's when stuff goes south.
We just gonna get the hallelujah.
And then you be giving them the blueprint.
Yeah, you get them. Oh, yeah, that's all you giving them is a all
you hear is
a map.
I feel you, babe. I understand you. I feel you. I hear what you're saying. I feel you. I get you.
That's a map.
Y'all heard
you heard it. You heard how they switch. I heard you.
That's how you do it.
They give him the roadmap. Is a way to run through.
Roadmap straight to the vagina. That's all. That's pretty much what it is. And then you have a lot of people that's naive enough to think that I can't be fooled. You're already fooled once you see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how it starts. You start out with the
Yep,
talking,
you
the
already fooled
or
once you
and on
start
top,
thinking.
or your partner tell you something, you be like, oh, okay, and then you go ask that well, what you think of this, and what you
And
think
they
of
right
that?
on board with you. They right on board with you. They
No,
thought they loving what you just said.
because
You know what an
because
OG told me? OG told me that once your partner starts seeking advice outside the relationship, that the relationship is basically doomed.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
And
tough.
It's
That's
a
a tough.
difference when you. It's a difference when you're mad. It's a different when you're mad, and you be like, maybe I'm not listening. Maybe I'm not listening to my partner. Maybe it's something. Let me act. Let me give you what happened, and please tell me if I'm wrong. That. But when you talk about
That's different.
that's different. But
But
when you
guess
talk
what?
about everything, well, he told me my stuff don't look good, and I wanted to wear, but he said don't look. And we like, nah, babe, it look good.
So that's the issue right there, Cherie.
That look good
Who
on you. Like,
who you gonna ask for advice? That's the issue right there.
Mm.
Who
And
you if
sometimes,
you choose to go to that person for advice.
and a lot of times, women know the person who they're going to advice, what type of advice that person's going to give them when they're going to ask.
You already know what they're gonna say.
Yep, you know
Looking
what he's
looking
gonna
for
say.
affirmation and confirmation, right?
yeah,
He's going to tell you that he's tripping. Ain't nothing wrong with you wearing.
no. He
And
gonna
there
tell
you
you the
go.
stars
Yeah.
and the moons bright up when you go outside with that outfit.
He's like,
One
he's
step
like, you got to bend
wrong,
over for anybody to
one
see
step
nothing. You ain't going to bend over, is you? No, you're not. You're just going to be standing there. So why he tripping?
Why
He
you
going
tripping?
to tell you all the good stuff
All the good
and you
things.
sit here and demonize your spouse.
And what you realize, and some people are naive. Like some men will wait years for you. You know,
Oh yeah,
they'll
they
sit,
don't
they'll
understand
sit,
that.
yeah, they'll sit back.
I don't think women in general understand that. That guys and and you'll have some of them that'll debate you on man ethics, like they're men, like they know a man because they talk to a couple of dudes that might think like them.
Yeah,
But overall, we've been playing this game from the beginning of men.
Yeah. It's not new. I mean, so even with that, right? Emotional cheating is not new, or emotional
Oh,
entanglement is not new. We just back then it just wasn't a phone necessary that they could have got on. They had to get in person to do it.
yeah.
You know
So
what I
it was
mean?
harder. Now
Yeah.
it's much
So
easier.
exactly. So now it's like somebody pick up the
Texting
phone
all day,
on the
talking all
interwebs.
night.
Yeah.
So
Now it's dangerous.
your wife have a best friend, a male best friend. Your husband have a female best friend, and the conversation becomes you can't be around them when they're having the conversation because in my younger days I used to say, man, my wife can't, man, my girl can't have no male best friend. But when you get older, you realize that you're a friend to females that you're not trying to do anything to, and you're honestly trying to make sure that they get the best of stuff in life. And you would hope that her best friend would be the same way too, that want to make sure that the best happened for her.
Yeah.
So, but you can't have a conversation around me with that person. That's already a signal.
That's a red flag right there. That's a red flag.
Red flag. Red flag.
Yeah. Why can't you text them when you're around me? Why can't you have the regular conversation? You got to.
The conversation ain't regular. That's why.
That means it's not regular. Yeah.
You got to step away to go talk to the person. You got to do this. You got to do that. That's already a indication that there's some issues there.
That's that slippery slope, man. Went from being good friends to something.
They say a shoulder to lean on.
Lovers and friends.
They say a shoulder to lean on becomes a what? And it happens like that on both sides. It happened like that with men too, because a lot of women feel like men don't need emotions, where
they do.
They do.
That's what you want to believe, but that's the easiest way to lose your man or to lose the interest of a man is to come in and start acting like
most men only act tough.
Facts.
Yeah.
Especially with their women, constant, young guys might act tough with their women. Older guys, even though they might be tough, they're soft with their women. They usually, I know dudes that are rambunctious, and if a dude sneezes in their direction, it's drama. And I see their girl run them, and not to the extent of man, she
No,
can.
I know exactly what you mean.
Not in a bad way.
Not no
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. She can make this dude do stuff that I ain't never seen nobody else could make him do. She can stop him from getting into an altercation. She could pause him in a big argument. I've seen her. They walk into her dude, and while he's flipping tables, because we are, that's all we do. We get loud and rambunctious, and she just look at him like, and he like, my bad, fellas, my bad, dog, my bad. I be tripping, and you like.
Like, what just happened? Who flipped the switch?
Yeah, like, and that's the power that women have over men, and and people don't realize that.
A good woman to do that for you.
Yeah.
That's
just come in there and look shocked
Not
at
the
him.
bucket heads.
I can't believe you're acting like
it could
this.
just be a look. Yep.
And he
don't even gotta say nothing.
I mean, look at Will Smith. He smacked this out of Chris Rock
with that look.
It's one look. Boom.
One look, change the Fresh Prince to the Fresh Prince.
That is true. A lot of women, most us women know our power. Mm-hmm. We know our power. We know what we can and can't. What we know,
if we use it for good or evil.
Exactly. Us women
With
know
great
our
power comes great responsibility. A lot of y'all abuse it. A lot of y'all abuse that power.
Yes.
I'm putting you on notice.
It's a lot of women that use their power, like Lola said, for good or evil. There's some women that can be like, you know what? It's not. Don't even worry about it. It's not necessary. Come.
Yeah, they could be that common voice, or they could be like, go get him.
Or they can be that.
They could be that common voice, or they could be that Grammy look.
Yeah, they could be the common voice, or they could be this
Oscar look. My bad, Oscar look.
I'm gonna take a picture like that.
Like,
just by myself.
He's gonna chop you in the back of your neck.
That's what, look, you hear me? Just by myself.
You see, I ain't even trying to say. I ain't trying.
Yeah, man. So I seen stuff like that happen. So it just, and a lot of times is the women got to give the guy a path to let his guard down with you, to be able to for him to be
a safe space.
You want to say vulnerable?
Yeah, exactly. For him to be vulnerable with you, so he'll be able to say, hey, I could trust this. I could trust this young lady to be able to let all my woes in. Like I heard a friend having a conversation with a young lady, and this happened to me before too. And he's telling her that he wasn't at spaces in his life where he was able to make right decisions and stuff. His mentor was all messed up. You know what I mean? In the military and doing all this stuff. And they had an argument, and she threw that in his face. And I was like, that's a pathetic chick.
Yeah.
It is.
And I didn't catch that right there. But over a period of time of access and thinking about it, you realize how pathetic that person really is.
That's a betrayal of trust, man.
Exactly. And that's why.
And to today's society, that's how a lot of people live their life. Like they, make you feel like, oh yeah, you can talk to me, you can tell me this, and then as soon as something go wrong, they use it against you.
Yeah. And more men would be willing to be vulnerable if more women would not be so quickly to just throw out the trust. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Abuse the trust. So that's definitely an issue.
Yes.
Right.
Because you cannot. The man is telling you what he went through and things like that, and you use that against him. You're trifling.
Thank you.
You're trifling. Especially if you know and you've been there in his situation, you've been there and you've seen him go through things, and he's trying his best, and you still be throwing him under the bus. Yeah, you trifling.
That's the thing, man. As soon as something go wrong, one argument, man, and they just throw it all in your face, and then
throw it all in your face.
All gone.
Especially like example, like I've seen women that the men been to jail, come out, and sometimes the man goes to jail because of the woman that they with, and they they trying to do better things. That argument, well, you went to jail, you was the one in jail, why would you do that to him? Knowing that he went to jail because of you, or because he was trying to do something for you, for his family, and you throw that in his face.
And I don't understand when people do that, what they think the outcome is going to be. Person's not going to trust you again.
Right.
They're not going to be willing to share their deepest, darkest secrets with you anymore because you can't be trusted.
Nope.
The slightest sight of anything going wrong, or a heated discussion, whatever, you willing to just throw that away.
Yeah.
Throw away the old trust, everything at that moment. What for instant gratification would make you feel good to do that to somebody? I mean, that's a sick person that would do something like that, though. Right?
Yes, sir. And then they separate. Then they separate, and the person person have moved on. They want to make the worst. Now you want to make their life a living hell because you mad. But when you had them, you ain't had nothing. You didn't know what to do. Exactly. Exactly.
But you know what happened though? Two people I could think of. I ain't gonna say no names. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The comedian and his girl. They did each other like that though. Both of them. If y'all watch some of that madness that was online, right?
Yeah.
Both of them in their own words are doing each other like that. You know, both of them was telling each other secrets. That's not cool.
I mean, for me, I do understand that sometimes a relationship gets so toxic that you can feel like you got to get back. But at some point, you have to realize that you're doing more damage than anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Short-term gain, long-term misery, man.
So
you may feel good right now.
I have a friend that said to me the other day, man. He said that growing into a man taught him a lot of stuff about life when it comes to patience, with not only patience with his friends and his relationship, with his kids, just patient all in general.
Yeah.
And when he told me that the other day, I started trying to apply that to myself. I started trying to have more patience with my kids, try to have more patience with people that I deal with, in general. And I just, he tells me that every morning he wake up, he reminds himself that I'm trying to be patient today. I'm trying to, I'm trying to be different today. He's like, he said throughout the day, like he's telling himself that because he's like, he realized that his temper doesn't give him the choice of being patient today. His temper make him switch. So he's like, while he's saying this to himself, he's able to I guess soothe himself throughout a lot of situations. And for me, I realized that it's working for him. So I've only been trying it since Monday because he told me this Monday. I've only been trying it since Monday.
But you know what it's like though, right? It's like you're typing out a text, something happened, and you're typing out an angry text. If you stop for a second and read it back, you can pull yourself back. If you stop for a second and read, if you stop and read it, if you read it before you send it, it's like when I told you, Sean, take that breath the other day. Just take a deep breath and put it back in the back of your head. Take a deep breath in the back of your head.
I need you to feel it when I send it.
I ain't that grown yet.
Look, if I stop and read it, all I'm doing is spell checking. Make sure that I'm saying it right.
Check my grammar. Make sure I ain't messing nothing up.
Yeah.
You said you proofreading?
I don't proofread or spell check most of the time when I'm texting. I just text.
You said you proofreading, right? That's all you're doing.
When I send it, I need you to feel it when it hits
I go over and read it down.
If you're trying to get on it, saying
I realize it ain't impactful enough.
Yeah, I should have said the B word.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's hot. That's what happened when I stopped to read my text.
But
I should have said mother.
I should have added more mother.
Yeah.
But what Sean was saying though, what he's trying to get to, if you're trying to get to that, what you're saying to kind of calm yourself down, you can stop yourself in many ways.
Yeah,
many ways.
True. Right. You're right. I ain't.
You're not that grown yet. I get it. You're not that grown yet.
Everybody reached the stage. Everybody reached the stage of maturity as some yet, and you learn that over a long time. You learn that in life. You learn that when you was kids, some of the people you grew up with, you thought they was gonna be your best friends forever, right? You thought that,
we all did.
Some of them are.
We all did. Some of them are. Yeah.
And some of them are, but a lot of them aren't. A lot of them because you outgrow people.
If you seen them, you wouldn't even know it's them.
And that happens in relationships also. You outgrow people.
Yeah.
People change. People change their train of thoughts, and that leads you to change your way of thinking of them. I was having a conversation with some older guys, and they reassured me my pedestal conversation. And it was like, what they were saying that we should stop meeting women and putting them on a pedestal. Should let them earn that pedestal. And the imply was for his daughter to also not meet guys and put them on a pedestal because of what she think they have or the situation.
Exactly. No, exactly.
Let him earn his way to be on
yeah.
a pedestal. But leading to our conversation that we were having, as the guys, he was just saying that, you know, we're automatically programmed. And a lot of guys be like, nah, not me. Yes, we're automatically programmed. See a nice looking young lady without knowing her history of anything, and all of a sudden tell you that she's wifey material. But because we might even know a similar young lady, but we know her history, so we're gonna tell you that she ain't wifey material.
Mm.
So, you know, it is a thing that everybody should learn to make somebody earn the pedestal that you're putting them on, and not just put them on there. Because a lot of people are trash, yo. It's just, you know, it's just facts. A lot of people are trash.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know? And you can't change, you can't, you know, you can't turn what they say, you can put a dress on a pig, a makeup on a pig, but at the end of the day, what is it?
Still a pig. Oink, oink.
So, you know, you can't change something that's what it is already.
But scum bucket is a scum bucket by any other name.
Facts. So
That's very true.
But,
Super true.
But to the emotional thing, man, I think women, I need y'all help on that. Why do you think a lot of women, guys do it too, but you know, and y'all can rebuttal back with asking us as the guys, why do we think guys have emotional entanglement with women outside their relationships too? Because it happens a lot. It actually happens way more than we actually think. A lot of times that stuff that we perceive as innocence, because when I was reading the article, it was saying that, you know, most spouse perceive their spouse having a other gender friend as just some innocent, but a lot of times there's an emotional connection there that's even deeper than the one you have with your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to know from the ladies, like, how, you know, how do it get to a point where y'all can start basically being in a relationship in your mind with somebody else outside of your home?
Because women are naturally emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a lot of feelings anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have, like, I guess that kind of relationship with someone, you, like, when you have a friend, of course you love your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then when you, like you said, you go into this person, you asking them what they think about this, you talking to them about what's going on in your life, they're giving you that reassurance. Not even nothing to do with your partner, because your partner could be doing everything that they need to do, but it's just that maybe you talk to this person and you're getting this from them. You're getting this, the assurance, you're getting the emotional support. Not to say you're not getting it at home. You feel that connection after that, and then it's there and you can't erase it.
Very true. And on to add to that, even the, like she said, the partner can be, but it's just something about that person that you're like there's something that, like the words that they use, the tenderness, the caring, is something about them that you're just connected to them.
And sometimes it's not even something that you can explain. Like, if
So
someone
is
was
it accidental? You didn't
why,
mean to do it and you kind of fell into it?
Yeah,
right,
emotions.
you ask you, why did you do this, or how did this happen? You don't even know.
I'm gonna keep that in mind for next time I get caught up.
Oh Jesus!
I ain't you.
I ain't. Hey,
It just happened.
And there's the other side of your partner is not telling you the things that he used to tell you, or telling you, like, the stuff that you used to do, y'all don't do no more. Y'all been, a lot of people blame it on, oh, we've been together for so long, it's nothing, like, how some Valentine's come and you had your partner used to do little things and used to be like, but now it's like, oh, okay, happy Valentine's, here's the flower, here's this, it's been 20 years, and then, but then that other person,
they're excited about it.
They're excited every time you see them. They're excited. Oh, happy Valentine's, and then and you over here like this, like you like this.
So wait a minute. What I'm hearing is, I'm hearing that the grass, the proverbial grass, the virtual grass is greener in your head.
Always.
That's what I'm hearing.
Always.
Because you know if you
Especially in your
trading
head.
this grass over here for this grass over here, it may
It's
turn out to be the
bright
same down the
green.
road.
Is that good? That money green.
I'm glad you say that, because that's
It may
what I
turn
was
out to be the same
thinking.
down the road, right?
The difference is that person is new.
Yeah, exactly.
And he may
glittery.
enjoy. Yeah, you know, the glam, the glitters are shining bright on that person now.
Or
new.
Not even the person being new. Even if you've known this person for years, you could have known this person all your life. The space that y'all in.
That's another point. That's a great point. So there's another. I was reading an article, and one of the examples that they used in the article was, you know, run into your high school sweetheart, male or female, whatever the case is, and
I feel attacked.
I was really trying to give an example.
Someone look, he was like, wait, what?
Not personal. Yeah, so I mean, so even that in itself. So and now you guys all of a sudden, you know, you guys kind of rekindling this old thing. It's all emotional still. You know, there's nothing physical going on, but you guys are like back in the space, and it's so close. Now you're talking about love. Now we're getting in dangerous territory. Now you're talking about love. And when you're talking about love,
and it's adult love this time.
Adult love from way back, and now y'all look at each other like, we both grown now. Yeah, exactly. No puppy love anymore.
Love from the 90s.
We grown now.
It's that 2022 love. Ain't no puppy love.
Yes. So
this that Snoop Dogg. This that Bow Wow.
I mean, next thing you know, you ready to pack up and leave the house. Next thing you know. Next, you know, you ready to pack up and leave.
Be like, oh my God, he still look the same.
Out there, you out there wondering why everything you say to her piss her off.
Exactly.
Hey, you want an extra slice of cheese on?
Why you trying to give me more cheese?
You say I was on a diet.
Like, yo, what's up? Like, yo, hold on, wait a minute.
Hey, Sean, you like
when you asked Nicole over there, she was like, "Oh yeah, give me the cheese.
You got an extra slice?
Thank you, boo."
How did you know when an extra cheese? Like you be reading my
mind.
You
know me so well.
Hey,
you know me so much.
In your mind, you saying B word. You've been on a diet since 82.
For the last since I met you.
Yeah.
Now you Max. I want to give you cheese.
Now you want to get extra cheese.
You done ate two Whopper. What's the big Whopper name?
The
double Whopper with cheese yesterday. Yeah, now you
don't want. Hey, when I met you, was putting away 2 of them. When I met you, now you tripping. Now you don't want extra cheese.
Yeah, now you getting at me about a slice of cheese that I'm just trying to look out.
I know it tastes better with cheese.
I'm putting 2 on mine, so I don't want you to feel left out. Look at you.
Like I don't even want. Who told you to put ketchup on it?
Yeah, just throw the whole food away now. That's messed
up. I don't even want it.
She waiting on third party to come in and give her the cheese.
Yep. All of a sudden, she over there on the phone talking to her bestie.
We even put ketchup in it. Can you imagine?
And this guy over there talking about ketchup. Ketchup on your French fries? He ain't a good man.
That's tripping.
What? He tripping. I won't put no ketchup on you.
Tell me, repeat that again. He put ketchup on your French fries?
Well, I know that you like honey mustard. I would have got you honey mustard. Then she like,
hey, you so thoughtful.
Yeah.
Man, like you always know me so. Like, see, that's what I'm.
You over there at the house don't even know what's going on. You like.
I thought she liked it. I thought she wanted ketchup on the fries.
Everything she like, assume she like it no more.
Yeah,
that's it. Done.
Don't even know if you should talk to her tomorrow morning because you don't know what might happen.
You shouldn't say anything to her.
I wonder if she wants some tea. I don't know.
I don't know. You want some tea? Did I tell you I want some tea?
Hey, her car's on E. Ask her if she need gas money. What's she gonna say?
No. Why would I need gas money?
Because your car is on E. And
she think you trying to trick her or something.
Right.
Then she gonna complain to dude. So I mean, you work. Why he need to give you gas money for? You know, he always gonna find some reason to be on
Man,
his
Always
side.
gonna be
hey,
so
his glass always
perfect.
half full.
Yeah,
His glass
you know,
always
Give
half
you the
full.
right
you know,
answer
her
because
side.
you gave him the blueprint.
You know,
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
telling him what he need to tell you.
Hey, that same glass when you talk to her, it's half empty. But when she talks to him, it's half full.
Man.
Listen.
Hey man, it does happen, man. So, you know, and I guess with us, ladies, I think it's more of guys feel when guys are like emotionally detached from their women. OG, you can jump in here anytime that you feel like it. I think it's because we feel like we're not getting what we want at home, and the person out there might be more nicer, you know, laugh at our jokes. As we would, as Lola would say, all of a sudden I say, you know, you want some of these extra you want extra filling on the popcorn. Oh my God, how you know I love them popcorns? And you tell her you want extra filling on your popcorn, she tell you trying to get her fat.
No, it's the truth, man. It's like
You get me? You trying to make me fat?
You got 6 of my kids. I think that I've already made you fat. I'm just playing.
We got about 6, 7 kids.
I ain't trying no more, girl.
Done with this shit.
I mean, you know, think about it, because some guys they have that woman that she'll complain about anything. He can't say anything to her without her complaining.
Yo, it happens, man.
So,
I've seen it.
So for him, a getaway would be somebody that's listening, somebody that just he can have a conversation with. That's not an argument. That doesn't end up in somebody walking away mad. It's just that person is easy to deal with, easy to talk to, and that's how you get into that mental entanglement. That's how you slip away.
Everything he does is perfect. Everything, the conversation is nice. Everything is nice. All
like
the
same
butterflies,
thing.
you like the same. All of a sudden, you like the same thing, same music. Like, do you like to go down the street and yell? Yes, I do too. How did you?
And they may not even necessarily like that, but they just supporting you, right?
Yeah,
right.
They just support.
It happens.
Yeah.
Like think about meeting somebody at you first impressions, trying to get to know that person, and some of the time it's bull crap, but the thought, it's the thought that really counts with you. So you tell the person, they may not be into sports, but all of a sudden they come talking to you. The thing that always gets me is when I'm talking to a girl that's not in my culture, right? All of a sudden she go find out about reggae, which she usually find out about the Sean Pauls and the Shaggy. So she would tell me, did you hear Shaggy new song? No, I haven't, because I don't.
That's how you be smiling when you say it.
But no, I haven't. I don't listen to Shaggy.
Is it good?
It's good.
Do you like it?
They be like duraka.
And then you're like, I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, I have it right here. I took it off Spotify. I knew you would like it. You're like, daddy.
But you appreciate the effort, though. You appreciate the effort.
Exactly.
Just showing a little support, no judgment. Even if you don't like the song, no judgment.
Exactly.
No support. That's it.
I don't got it. I ain't gonna tell you. But I don't give about no Shaggy. I'll be like, oh yeah, what? I like this song. You put me on that song. Now, you know how many songs I done lied to people and told me they put me on, but I didn't heard. But even before, even friends, even some of my friends. Sometimes my older friends will call me and be like, yo, you heard the news such and such? I'm like, no. And you're like, yo, and start playing. And I'm like,
it's been out for like 2 years.
Yeah, I'm like, this ain't new. And I'm like, oh, word, this one fire. And playing in the car every day. My kid know about art. He's singing it while he playing video games and everything. But sometimes you just gotta,
but what is it worth to that person? Till they bring you something, you just like, yo, thanks for putting me on to that. Just like let it go.
Exactly. There's not a lot of things you can't, like, some people are excited when they bring you new things. Like, oh, I got this. Can you hear this? You be like, yeah.
But that's a genuine person to you, though, right? They're genuine to you because they really feel like they're really bringing something to you.
Yes,
that's real.
Like they're bringing something to the table to you for you to, for you to enjoy, for you to respect. What I like with genuine people is that it usually hurt them when you don't move the way that they think you should move, or you don't react to something the way that you react. That's how you know when somebody is genuine, when somebody brings something to you and you kind of don't give them the reply they want, and they trying to understand why. I mean, what is this? What is this didn't work out the way that I thought it would work out? And I like genuine people. I like for me, it's hard for people to come into my circle. So when I meet people and I think they're genuine, I bring them in my circle. I like that person. I conversate with that person. I think me and that person, we have a bond and things like that. But for in the relationship aspect, I think for guys like me to let your guard down, it's for you to meet the person. Like we talked about this somewhat last week. For you to meet a person and the same energy that you met them with is for them to keep that same energy with you. Because once you change that energy with me, that kills everything. So whatever you start off as,
sideways,
yeah, you got to keep that with me. I'm not gonna be in. You got to already probably have me like locked in. But once you start moving differently, I'm gonna start being like, you got to keep the same energy with me. You can't what I say is in my boo would say, you can't be giving me bucket, and now this week you want to give me wife. No,
that's true though. That's true. Like
if it's bucket, it's bucket.
Yeah,
the same energy. Keep it the same.
If it's bucket, it's bucket.
You
want the bucket to change one day though, huh?
I mean, because here's the thing.
Not too soon.
But look, it could be it could be ain't even the fact that the person is a real bucket, but they giving you the vibe. They just giving you that y'all just have that tension, that vibe that y'all
they're giving you a fun vibe. Don't come down and be boring now. You've been giving me a fun vibe the whole time.
Change the vibe up and tell me, well, I'm not that type of person. But you told me you was for the last 3 months.
You better figure out what that person you are.
Yes.
Always you're not that person now, but you was for the last 3 months.
Exactly. Like my hubby brings me tea in the morning and stuff like give me my kids and all this stuff. If you change that, we're gonna have problems.
Oh, that's see that's one thing. I'm very militant in keeping the same energy, even when we mad. I remember one time I dropped this young lady off and drove off, and she's like, N-word, this ain't what you do. I'm like, I'm right up here at the front right here. She's like, I can't believe you just drove off because you mad and had me walking up here by myself. In my mind, I was thinking, when I pull up, you was out there by yourself. B-word. So why? So, I don't know why you're scared now.
It ain't that. It's the principle.
It's the principle.
Exactly, it is. So you gotta stay militant with it. You gotta stay consistent with what you're doing. I think consistency is the greatest key in any relationship.
Yeah, that's not easy, man. Consistency is people think that's easy.
Yeah,
it's not.
It really isn't.
No,
it's not.
Complacency is easy. Complacency is easy.
Very. I'm inconsistent with myself. Yeah. When I tell myself I'm gonna do something, I'll do it for a while, and then all of a sudden I'll stop. Yeah. Then I won't do it again for a while. And I know I'm not doing it. Now tell myself like, bro, why are you not doing this? Anyway.
Be talking to himself. I don't know why.
Yeah, man. People say that crazy people talk to themselves and talk back. I talk back to myself all the time.
I sure do.
It's okay. I think it's the disagreement. If you disagree too hard with yourself, I know it could be dangerous. If you disagree too hard,
I be talking to myself and I answer it.
When you start arguing
to ourselves.
Yeah, when you start arguing with yourself, it might be an issue.
You start going too hard to yourself, then I think you might be like,
like if you sitting there arguing, you be.
It might be a big issue, but it might be a little issue.
If you're going like super hard to yourself, you might want to be like, okay.
Because I told you not to do it. You keep doing it. You keep doing it.
Yeah, that's aggressive.
Lola, do you have a confession?
Lola.
I feel so attacked right
now. Lola, what are you doing with your life?
Lola be arguing with herself.
I do. I do.
A little one, Lola, not no big blow up, Lola.
Yeah,
a little,
a little, a
no big
little
blow up, Lola.
agreement might be
Mine be medium size.
going on extra, going on large.
I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah, we're gonna check in a couple weeks. We'll ask you about a couple weeks.
Ooh,
How you doing?
That was very eye opening.
Nah, but I hear people say that all the time, man. Like my psychiatrist said, there's nothing wrong with a person talking to themselves.
Exactly. I've always said that. It's just a bad argument with yourself is rough.
She's like, it's probably one of the most therapeutical thing to do because you're putting your thoughts out loud to yourself. You're actually saying what you're thinking, saying what you're feeling to yourself, other than just it's in your mind and you blowing it off. You're hearing it out of your own mouth, your own words, your own tone. Now, she ain't saying nothing about arguing with yourself though. So
right. and Lola, that's where I come in, Lola. If you start arguing with yourself, an argument, a hot one, usually leads to a fight.
And you choose violence. So
exactly. So what do you do to yourself then at that point? Exactly.
Calm
That's
down.
when it goes south, right?
Be like,
then I gotta center myself again. I gotta count to 10.
Yeah.
Because them two people come up on your shoulder. But I told you, don't do it. Do it, right? I know, because I don't know what they talking about.
Oh, is that me? I swear I got two devils on my shoulder. I don't get no angels. One be like, do it, and the other one be like, go do it now.
Nobody saying stop.
Yeah, ain't nobody saying, no, don't do it. And the two devils on my shoulder. One be like, yeah, man, you should punch him, and the other one should shoot him.
Oh, so they both gotta go. One of them, they gotta go.
We just got levels.
One to have you a misdemeanor, one to have you in jail for 20 years.
Yes. Yes. Be like, what? You want me to go ahead?
Every now and then you catch me, Rod, you can do this. You got this.
Yeah.
You got this. You can do this.
You got to pep talk yourself sometimes.
Yeah, you got to.
Yes. Because sometimes you do need that pep talk because you are like is like I'm going to jail.
Don't cuss them out. Don't cuss them out.
Today.
Don't do it.
Today.
Don't cuss somebody out.
Like when you at work and you have that person and you be like, whoo.
Wait, you said Sheree, I should walk around the corner and just tell them how I feel.
Because at work you be
I
like,
previously mentioned, per my last email.
Certain people don't care what comes out their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then some people feel this entitlement. So sometimes you have to be like,
and you got to go around there and say, "You to your entitlement, sir, ma'am. This cannot stand."
Mother, think you playing with?
Like, let me tell you something. No, can't do that.
Hey, I done talked myself out of doing some crazy stuff before. Boy, I done tell you, boy, I'm on my way to do it, and I'm telling myself,
like it's gonna feel good when you do it.
And then I be like, I did it like that TikTok.
Grandma gonna be disappointed in you, bro.
They start thinking of everything that could go wrong.
Think about your kids.
Yeah.
We got to save some of y'all, boy.
How much I gotta pay for a lawyer?
Lola.
Your neighbor's gonna say, I knew that boy was a thug.
Okay. A lot of people have been saved because some of us have children. And we think like, if my child gonna be good, but then the damage that I'm causing because I'm not there.
Hey, long than a sex tape.
Because
Kardashian.
If I grab,
no, it's not that.
Lola looking packed again. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Those phone videos, you can delete the phone videos, Lola. They're okay. You can get rid of the phone videos. Go to your cloud, clear it out.
Produced or
professional
on the internet or nothing like that.
Yeah, you can go to the cloud, get rid of it, take it off your phone. Call that person, say, hey, give that back.
Hey, Ray J ain't gonna sing a song. Say I hit it first.
but somebody might. No. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. It is Thursday.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's almost Friday.
Yeah, it is Thursday.
Friday.
But yeah, you have to talk. Sometimes you have to talk to yourself. To a lot of people, growing up, people be like, "Are you crazy? You talking to yourself?"
Yeah,
that's the first thing.
What they used to say.
You gotta give yourself some talks, because some people can push you to that limit, and you have to think like, if I do this, I'm gonna go to jail, or if I do this, I'm gonna lose my job. Or if I do this, my kid, you have to think, you have to talk, you have to prep yourself. Like,
like
what?
Some people, like Sean, when you got two devils, you have to decide which one you want.
Exactly.
You want to go to jail, or you want to just get a ticket?
Get a ticket.
Right.
And I'm hoping it's the ticket one. Okay. Let's just keep the ticket. The ticket one is good. He's good. That other one gotta go.
And the other devil be like, fool. What are you gonna do with your fist that the blicky can't do?
Be like, no. Just use your fist.
You're making a good point over here. What a blicky at?
And we have always, all of us had those moments.
You know that when I was younger, I was against treatment for mental health, and I was against. I didn't believe that people mental health could cause them to do so much stuff that you see done. But and I realized that a lot of older folks still don't believe that your mental health causes you to do a lot of stuff. What they don't realize is your brain is actually friggin' failing you. And if you don't get somebody or something to stop your brain from failing you, you end up doing more harm to yourself or to the people around you than you expect. And a lot of people don't realize that. And it's sad that even with all this new advanced medical what you call data that shows that everybody should talk to somebody, either a friend, a co-worker, somebody that got sense, not just talk to anybody that'll tell you.
Exactly.
Somebody got sense, that even sometimes you have to decompress.
Yes.
You even if you got a tool, you know that even your car, if you keep running your car, eventually you have to take it to get a checkup. Eventually, you have to take it in to get some type of work done on it. And that's what your mind and body.
Our bodies, but not then we skip our minds.
Yeah, it's just,
coloring is great, journaling is great, therapy is great.
Yep.
It's a shame to say though, but that's just in our community, man. That's been like melded in for like years and years. Where like I said, older generation, they think it's it's just not cool.
Still,
and listen,
think like that.
I grew up like that.
Yeah, I grew up like that.
If I'm being honest, I grew up like that in that environment where you hear people saying, go sit down, something, nothing wrong with you.
The other day, I'm gonna tell y'all, the other day I was going to see my psychiatrist. And my uncle, I said, "Boy, you crazy or something?" I was on the phone with this fool, and I said, "Hey, I got to run in and talk to my psychiatrist." She's like, "Boy, you crazy or something?" I was like, yeah, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna call you back.
Some of them still think that way.
We have to embrace that, man. It'll help a lot of people in our community to embrace mental health.
Like a lot of people still don't embrace it. A lot of people, I've seen people on Facebook be like, "Oh, everybody got mental health problems." Yes,
everybody does.
Everybody has mental problems.
There's just different levels and different severities of it.
Exactly.
Just think of them as somebody you can go to and sit down and cuss, say whatever you want to say something you can't say to nobody else. Just decompress, go there, just say whatever you want to say. And it's nobody else's business but yours.
Here's the thing also, guys. Sometimes you can deal with your mental health yourself. Some people can't.
Yes.
You talking to yourself, you decompressing yourself to yourself can help you, but it doesn't help everybody. So some people have to go.
Everybody don't have that.
Yeah.
Some people need somebody to actually sit down and express that to.
Talk to.
Yeah. When you see your grandmother or your grandfather who miserable and don't like people, accept new people to come around them and don't like, they have an issue.
Yep.
That's never been solved. So that's why up in age, they're still miserable, or
Mad,
still,
miserable.
yeah, still have a certain set way that they think of and look at life, because that's how they've been set. Nothing has changed for them over the years. You know, I think this generation is the generation that can get the healing. I think
Breaking the cycle.
our parents' generation, the generation before them, I think a lot of our parents was misguided in how to raise us in the first place, because I think they raised us what they learned from our
They did
ancestors
the best they
down
could
the
with what
way.
knowledge they had.
So they beat a lot of our parents beat discipline into us as so they thought they were doing, because they learned that from their parents, and their parents learned that from their parents, who were descendants of slaves, or some of them were slaves actually.
Right.
So every time, like, remember when people used to say when they gonna beat their kids, it's hurt me more than it hurt you.
Yeah,
I feel like it does.
Fraud. How does that work?
No, I feel like it does in my aspect.
I mean, emotionally.
Anytime I rough my kid up, I have an emotional breakdown for about a good 2 or 3 days. It's on my mind thinking, how could I have dealt with that differently?
Yeah, but back then when they were saying it though, they really meant that. They really meant to say it like that. Like it was gonna hurt them, wouldn't hurt. No, they talking about feelings.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about by them. Like how?
Exactly.
Yeah, some parents don't really care that how they deal with their kids. Even if I don't, I'm not a person that I don't really believe in structure of just beating your kids. I'm more into scaring my kids straight. Like my kid know that he could get it beaten, but he know that.
I mean, these days though, if you talk to, I mean, people didn't realize you can talk to kids and they're listening.
Miss Short Woman, pick up yourself.
But that's if you bring them up from the right time.
Yes, because I know when my kids were younger, I just gave them a look, and they was like, "Okay, wait a minute."
I mean, you have 4 kids, right? There's one of them that you may have to take it to sometime.
Exactly. And
the other 3, you can talk to them and they'll get it done.
Remember, we were talking about this the other day, that you have one kid that needs more attention than the rest of them.
The same thing with discipline.
And you have to know how to balance that so the other 3 won't say, "Man, this dude loved this more than he loved me."
Yeah.
You have to be able to make this kid feel like, hey, I've separated you from the rest of them because I see that you need it, but you also have to make those 3 feel like, what this fool doing? Hold up. Am I second and third? And you have to be able to balance that as a parent. And that's what makes parenting tough. Because sometimes your kid,
you got that child that will test you.
Yeah, and then you got your kids that you tell them to do something consecutively over and over again. Every time you ask them to do it, they haven't done it. And then you have to lash out, and and you thinking like, yo, like Sharpman is it as my witness. I'm always telling Sharpman, yo, I felt like I didn't deal with this right. I need more work on doing this. And my uncle said to me the other day, that's because you grow. That's how parenting is. He's
Time
like,
and patience, man.
I was doing that when he's like, I wish I was doing that when I was a parent. He's like, because you realizing that this might not be working.
Right.
I might need to do something different. I might need to try something different instead of making.
That's the thing. If you're willing to do something different, things can always get better.
Yeah.
The issue is doing the same thing over and over again with the same results.
Carrie, big up yourself. Comment section. Let us know what you think, man. I want to know what y'all guys think about this situation, man. Because I
know for a fact that I can yell and talk to them in toughness, and especially my boys, it breaks them when I'm talking to them. I'm mad and I'm like, oh man, we upset my mom. But that middle child of mine, sometimes you gotta put the fear into her.
You gotta put a work. You gotta put Tyson on her.
Yeah, put a little in her, but she act like that. But when I be like, she be like, melt like butter, melt like butter.
And and I told myself, oh, my son ain't listening. I told myself that I'm gonna do less punishing and less loud talking, less ever since Monday, I'm talking to my homeboy, and nothing happened. It's just talking to my homeboy, and I realized that I see like the difference in
Self-reflection.
how how he handles situation by just basically talking to himself every day. Fool say he wake up every morning and he basically saying, patience. I need to practice patience, 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 patience,
Mm-hmm.
patience. 5 days, 5 hours later, he's back at it again. He at work, he's back at it. He's home with the kids, he's back at it. So,
That's
Yeah,
a good
man.
idea.
I mean, I mean, examining your thoughts, man. Introspection is one of the best things, man. Thinking about your feelings, you have to think about that. Some people
you know,
don't realize you have to really think about it.
And some kids are different. You know what child is what, who takes what, who can program, because there's one child that you can talk to them and be like, I'm sorry. And then you talk to another and they be like, nah, they be the no limit soldiers. They be they be you be
That's
like,
that's
ooh.
these new kids.
I
You
got a
be like,
question for
they shoot them.
y'all. OG, I want you to answer first since you're the
What's
more
up?
more experienced parent, and by saying that you've been a parent longer than us.
All of
Uh,
us. Mm-hmm.
when you have this kid that refuse to listen. Fortunately for me, I don't have that. I have my kid is a great kid. Um, but I have seen family members and friends that have kids that just refuse to listen, refuse to do what they're told. And sometimes you don't want to put the pedal to the metal to them, but sometimes you feel like you have to. How you deal with that type of situation?
Boy, that's tough. I mean, it's a case by case basis, man. I mean, you can, you may have to, that one kid that you said put the pedal to the metal. They may or may not respond to something physical. They may not respond to. You may do that. They go back a few days later next week and do the same thing. I mean, it's a moving target. It's a moving target. You got to adjust along the way. You know, like I said, thank God I have 4 kids and they all listen. Everybody had their young phase, but I mean, for the most part, they all listen. People get some kids, teenagers, and they can't control them. They're unruly, out
Yeah,
of control. Then didn't have that issue, and so, it's, you know what it is though. It's how much time you spend with the kid though, and what you have them around, right? The environment you have them around, because they're around an environment where they're around adults and they're seeing all this interaction that's rambunctious. That's they're gonna pick that up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kids don't learn how to bully, by themselves, right? They saw somebody doing it, whether it's a family member or a friend of a family member or somebody. They've been around it. They don't grow up, I want to be a bully. They
Right.
learn that from somebody. So that's what I'm
Mm.
saying. When I say that. So it's just how the environment you have them in. If it's going to foster, if it's a good space for them to just be themselves, be kids. It's like you have company at your house. Your kids shouldn't be in the middle of that, listening to grown people talk and everything else. They
I
should be
agree.
they should be somewhere else, doing their own thing, right? That's what they should be doing. And so a lot of that can lead to some of the bad behaviors that people run into.
To say that too. I guess it's how we was growing up.
Yeah.
From Jamaica, we address everybody, sir, ma'am, Mister, Miss,
Exactly.
Uncle,
That's how I raise my kids.
whether they are or not. We address them as the adult they are. My son can't talk to my friends as. My son couldn't see Sharia or Lola or Short Man and just be like, "Hey, Short Man." You would have to say Uncle Short Man or Uncle Rod or Aunt Cherie because I won't allow him to do that.
Exactly. So and that's how our kids are raised, right? All of them, they knew everybody's Uncle Sean, Uncle this, Uncle Trini.
Yeah.
Everybody, that's how they all can. Even now, my oldest daughter, she was saying, "How's Uncle Sean doing?" I got my guy in Florida. How's Uncle Sean doing in Florida? It's like, I mean, they still, and she's grown.
Exactly.
So and they still have that respect for them.
So I don't allow my kid to come in and have conversations with me about like adult stuff because
that's
like
not happening.
this place.
Exactly.
I don't allow my kid to I allow my kid to express themselves, but I don't allow him to feel like we're even because we're not.
Right.
I
And
want
there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a way that, like, my whole thing is like, okay, for like our parents, a lot of people, they feel like, oh, my parents didn't teach me this, my parents didn't do this for me, but you have to know that they did the best they could with what they
They
had.
didn't know any better. Yeah.
They gave
They
you what
did
they
not know
knew.
any better. Yep.
And then the second piece is that I always be having to remind myself that children are people too. Although they're children, they're still
Yep.
people.
They're little people.
So I'd be like, okay, you know, yes, you can tell me how you feel. I'm gonna tell you why this is what it is,
yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, I know, you know, for us it was whatever, do what I say
Whatever
and
you
not what I
say,
do.
that's it. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. You didn't have no opinion on nothing. You'd be
Right.
shut
You
the hell
couldn't say
up.
nothing.
Yes.
I mean, you also still have to show good example too. You know, sometimes it's not enough to just say, you know, do what I say. Sometimes you got to show good example too, because that can also go south if you don't show good example.
Yep.
You can't expect people to watch you doing bad stuff all the time and them to be good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely they should be listening to what you say, but also you have to be careful of what you're showing them at the same time.
Exactly.
You know what I learned too? I learned that I've babied my kid. I've babied my kid. Most of the family have babied him. So his advance of being like, my son just turned 14 on the 8th. So my son, when I was 14, I was all over the place doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same. Yeah.
My son doesn't do that. My son is watched by every move that he's made. My son is out in the front yard and I'm not there. The cameras, the TV's on the camera so I can see him. It's not really a paranoia, but it's a work. And I feel like I need to protect my son from what's going on.
I mean, you know what's out there.
Yeah,
I mean,
you start realizing
you've been out there.
Take him off the leash.
Yeah,
start letting them be able to do stuff, but at the same time, letting them understand that I'm gonna be on your back for all. I know 14, 15-year-old kids that are killing each other out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to a point where he knows, you know, what's wrong and what's right. You know, he just knows. That's because you raise him like that. He knows that when he goes out, he's doing having fun. He knows to not follow the group if they're gonna do something bad. That's what you want. That's what you want in him. That's what you want him to do.
That's what I tell myself. I was like, listen, you know, I understand how life works, and I realized that you know, just because you're in the right situation doesn't mean that you won't get in trouble or you won't lose your life. And a lot of people think that because I'm doing the right thing, nothing will happen to me. It's not true.
No,
you have to prepare your kids for that. So I told my son, I was like, under no circumstances should you fight. But if somebody is pushing you to a level where you have to defend yourself, you must defend yourself.
Yeah, if you're walking away and they're messing with you still, then try to walk away first.
Yep, because you can go to the teacher and tell. They can call you all the snitches, all the things you have. But here's what. Most of the times when they know that, hey, if you're going to tell authority on them, you the kids they not messing with.
Exactly.
So they're going to leave you alone. And that's what I try to program into my kid. Like, yo, you got to defend yourself if you have to.
Right.
It's like with me, if you touch me, I'm going to fight.
Right.
I mean, as you should. That's a violation of your person, of your space. As you should.
I don't want that for my kid because
I
know what can
happen. You know better, so you want them to do better.
I know these 12 and 13-year-old kids bringing guns to school, bringing knives to school. You know, I got a homeboy that his son boxed. His son beat up a kid, beat up a couple of kids at school because he was a chubby kid. And he used to always make fun of him, and he made his son docile. None of them knew that he could fight. So they got off at the bus stop with him one day and thought they was going to ran him, and he punished them. And you know, even though my boy was proud of his son, he still made him feel like he was wrong. You was right by your house. Should have come in the yard and go in the house. Yeah. He's like, once you come in the gate, these dogs ain't letting nobody come. He got a whole bunch of dogs there. Once you go in the gate, they can't come in there. They're gonna eat them, and they know that, so they're not gonna go in the gate. But sometimes you're human, man. You get
tired. Yes.
Right.
I mean, if he was a little older, maybe he would have done it. You know, because when you know your power, you know what you can do, and they don't know. They don't want in danger. They don't know it. So you walk away. Walk away has been the best thing, but yeah, sometimes
let's just say they never got off at this bus stop again. But what my homeboy is afraid of them using a weapon on him because they can't beat him up.
Because that's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah,
there's a lot of those out there. They come back and they do because they mad because you in a fair fight. You fighting, okay, you got beat up, but no, now you want to come
not like back in the day when you'll fight 3 and 4 times. You know, you might lose twice, you might lose 3 times, but it's a fight still.
Yeah.
Nobody's pulling out a gun trying to shoot you.
Right.
Now you can't even it's hard. Like I always say is always scary in my head because you know they be out there on the bus stop. Anybody can say something or act like they bad or that's just that's I can't. I always feel like.
Go ahead, finish, Sheree. I was just telling.
No, I was just saying it's hard because you don't want your child. You don't want them to fight, but then you have to teach them like
you don't want them to get messed over either. Yeah,
exactly. Like
once they feel like your child is a target,
they're gonna be
well now. So there's a point of kind of like no return. So you want them not to do it, but if that person, that individual, keeps pressing, that's what you want to let them know. At some point, you're gonna have to stand up and defend yourself. At some point, and just have to figure out when that point is for them, right?
Quick story. I run through real quick. I remember my son was at school, and my son used to take Rice Krispie treats to school. He used to take a couple of them to give to his friend. One of the kids in the class took his Rice Krispie treat. My son was standing up to him. The teacher decided to call me to tell me that she don't accept that type of stuff in her classroom. So I was like, so do you accept kids taking stuff away from my kid in your classroom? Oh, no. So I said, what did you do about that?
Exactly.
Oh, I didn't know. So when you know, what did you do about that? Well, you have a point. Yeah.
She should have been calling you. She should have been calling you. There was a need for that. Yeah.
And when I went to talk to the principal, that's exactly what the principal said. Yeah. The principal said, well, that was a waste of discussion.
Exactly. Somebody took something from if she know the kids in the class. If she knows your kid and she knows that's not him, and he steps somebody
a known troublemaker in the class.
That's the most disturbing thing when they don't do that. They
he didn't see. But that's why some people aren't supposed to be teachers. He's like, they didn't fight, they collided, but they didn't fight. He said there was no reason. Like he didn't see a reason for her to mention it to the parents. He didn't even see a reason for it to go any further other than this was the first time this happening. Let me separate you. If it happened again, y'all going to the office. Nobody else need to know.
Right.
He called me with the intention of telling him. It scared the piss out of my son. Because when I approached him about it, he thought it was the end of the world. And I had to reassure him that, hey, man, you'll never get in trouble for defending yourself. But what I don't want you to do is to go to school and get in a fight because, like my homeboy said, his son is able to fend guys off because he's a trained boxer. The kid is a trained boxer. But the problem is they're not gonna fight you. They're gonna stab and they're gonna shoot.
Yeah, exactly. Because once they know what you can do, they're gonna prepare next time, right? Yeah. They're gonna plan something. So yeah, definitely don't want that.
Read these real quick, Loli.
People get into this emotional situation, and right after the physical, that person may change after they get it, and then it's late. You lost what was meant for you. People definitely have to understand that all brains are wired different.
Yeah.
It also takes a lot of courage to seek help.
That's the biggest part of it.
Especially coming from what you learned. I talk to my children first, and then after that, you know what you're doing.
Yeah. We gotta talk more.
I've been up here from 8. Oh, I was giving Carrie.
Carrie's in the background chilling, huh? Okay. Incognito.
Short man's mind may be short of a few wires.
Or it's incog Negro.
Pay attention to your kids. They tend to take on your characteristics too, even when you're not trying to show them.
Exactly.
Baby, that ain't
yo. That's one of the most truest statements ever. I used to tell my son, get up to the wall. When I was trying to do my white parenting, get up to the wall. And my son used to go to school whenever kids doing something, tell him go to the wall. That's when he was young. It's younger. So kids pay attention to everything that you do, man.
Yeah,
they follow you. You're there. I mean, they look up to you. So they're gonna follow you.
Yeah.
Part of good punishment is explaining to the children how they should do it right versus wrong.
Yep.
I tell my daughter all the time when we have a discussion, this is the time for you to speak your mind as long as it's done so respectfully.
Yes.
And back in the day, that wasn't allowed to speak in your mind.
You couldn't even. If you look like you was thinking something, you get knocked out.
That top will come off. That top will come off.
Hey,
my face. I ain't even say nothing.
What's the worst part is when they ask you a question and you answer, they hit you.
You talking back to them, right?
Yeah,
you talking back.
Yeah, when you answer, they hit you. If you don't answer, they hit you.
And then be on the phone like, you know, she tried to fight me back.
And you ain't even
set up.
All I did was answer your question.
Look,
picture getting hit and you raise your hand to try to protect yourself.
All you did
you want to fight me?
Punch in the face, and all of a
you want to fight me?
Yeah, you like.
I was defending.
I'm trying to protect my face.
Who stand there and let somebody beat them with a broomstick without trying to stop it?
Trying to be like this.
Come on, man.
Move your hands. Move your hands.
Hey, I think even in school, when I used to get a cane in school, folks know, y'all know about that, huh?
Yeah.
So, I get one hand and rub it in the back. And then if you try to, don't put your hand out, the legs get it too.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Lola.
Sometimes.
The problem is most parents are kids themselves, so they don't have the training or maturity to be a parent.
Boy, if you ain't
true.
Boy, you done hit the nail on the head right there.
Kids raising kids.
Kids having kids.
And what I don't like is when they pick, and then that child finally snaps and ends up beating them up. All of a sudden, the bully is a victim.
Exactly.
That's the one I can't stand.
And they tell you, under no circumstances do we allow fighting. So under all circumstances, you allow my kid getting bullied then.
Exactly.
It's okay when the bully does it.
Right.
Y'all don't want to talk to the bully or his parents, because likely his parents are bullied too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, why even ask me a question, bro? And you still get beat for pleading the fifth and saying nothing. Every time.
Only in court the fifth works.
So, how I used to get beaten, I would never beat my kid like that.
Oh no.
No. I could never.
Absolutely. That's a lot of that was child abuse. We didn't know back then. We thought it was good. We thought it was good parenting. They thought they were telling us when we were getting beat, it was good parenting when they were beating us.
Yeah.
No.
I remember talking to a friend's mother a while back, and she was like, that was us literally being so scared we was trying to beat
beat you straight.
Not doing well, she's like, that's how they used to beat you back in the days when you used to do something like go on the other side of town where white people would kill black people. So they'll beat
you so you wouldn't go over there, huh?
Stay from over there because they were so scared. That was them saying, I have to do this to you because they're gonna do worse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you could just tell me that. You don't have to beat it out of me.
That's the only way they knew back then, man.
Yeah, that
was what they learned, and that was what they passed on, generation to generation.
The sad thing is that we have to break it.
We got to break it. Exactly.
Sad part, break it. Good part. We get to break it with the cycle. Some of us, at least, because you still got parents that's, I believe. I got my friends that tell me that I'm too soft for my son, and I think I'm too hard for my son.
I don't believe that. We know it's wrong to abuse your kid. We know it's wrong. Why would we keep doing it?
I ain't gonna beat my kid with no broomstick.
Yeah, we know it's wrong.
No cable extension cord.
We know better. We should do better now. We have no reason not to do better. We have all the information we need now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for us not to do better.
So not knowing is not an excuse anymore.
Exactly.
You gotta be able to, like Sharpman was saying, the environment that your kid is raised in plays a lot in how. Of course, man. People go straight. No matter how good you raise, I got cousins that were raised the best ways, and they still end up doing all types.
Some folks don't get to it anyway. Some folks don't gravitate to it. Yeah.
But for the most part, your kids decently will significantly show the type of person that they are.
Yes.
It's just a fact.
Solid moral foundation is good for them, man. That'll get them a long way in life, man.
I told my son that I'm not here to be his friend. I'm here to give him the best opportunity to succeed at life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I ask him a lot of times. I just stop him and ask him if he understands, because he always say, "Yeah, I understand what you're saying." And I say, "You really understand what I'm telling you?" Me not being your friend doesn't mean that we don't watch. Because we watch movies together, we do all types. We play around. That's not me being your friend. That's me being your parent. So we mostly do these things. You can come in the house and when we playing, or you can come and punch me. You can come and do this because we playing. But there's times when there's no playing that you can't do that type of stuff because separation of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I try to, a lot of times, let's just face it, women are usually less disciplinary with kids.
Yeah.
And it's usually they look for the father to be, the rough
The
and
hard,
tumble,
the
and
rougher.
like
You're right.
be at my friend's house, and my goddaughter and my friend's old lady is telling us that you better not have a daughter because you a sucker. And I'm like, man. She's like, I'm telling you, she's like, she's gonna run all over you because she's like, you have this, like, you two big punks sitting in here having this 3-year-old run y'all like y'all ain't got no sense. And we look at her like, shut up.
I can't
Come here,
talk.
baby.
I
You
can't
want some
talk.
more
I
gummy
have
bears?
two daughters. I can't talk. I gotta stay out of it. No
Someone say, I
comment.
got daughter. I can't talk.
I have
Yeah.
two of them. No comment. I can't.
Most guys with daughters, they be having them wrapped around their
Yep,
fingers.
wrapped
She be
around.
Girl,
disgusted with us, B. She
my
just be
girl.
looking at us like, I can't believe y'all.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you want us to
Y'all
do?
look, y'all be like, stop looking at us. We having a tea party. You're
Tell
not
your mommy
invited.
mean. When she leave, we're like, your mommy mean. Like, I know. Yeah, man. So, we could all be better parents, I guess. Even if you're a great parent now, it never takes nothing for you to just work harder.
That's a learning process, man.
It
You gotta be willing to change how you're doing things.
Facts.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta be willing to change.
Good. And you can never stop learning.
Never.
Nope.
You learn till you die.
Shout out to the comment sections. Love the answers. Love everything that you guys are saying here, man. I like that we understand that your mind is something that you need to take care of also. You can work out 45 days 45 days out of the 30 days in a month. It's physically impossible, but y'all get what I'm saying. And all of a sudden, you still end up doing something crazy to yourself because your mind is just not prepared. And a lot of people feel like they're in a good space because they have a successful career or stuff just going on good for them, but they don't realize that there's a struggle with them. Nobody ever realized that they have an issue. Like when you go to alcohol unanimous and they say, the first step of you getting treatment is you admitting that you have an issue. A lot of people go there and they really don't think they have an issue. Like, I drink. What's wrong with that?
You can't fix it. You can't fix it until you realize you have an issue. You can't fix it until you understand it.
5 people because you was drunk. That's what's wrong with that. Oh, you just fell asleep. You just fell asleep on the highway going home. That's what's wrong with that.
People don't understand that your mind can make you do so many things. And it's like a fight. It's like a fight that you have with your mind. You can tell people certain things. You can talk to, like, that's why I tell people, like, even if you don't hear about a person, reach out to that person. Or like if y'all were close and something switch. Nothing, y'all didn't have an argument, y'all didn't have, but something kind of like, you're like, what's going on? And all you get is nothing, and then you see that person different. The way they post things, the stuff that they're saying is always a sign that they're battling with their mind, because you see them posting things and you're like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. I see that with a lot of people. You can tell when people going through stuff, but they don't know that some people don't. Well, especially when you have been enlightened from with me, I could tell like with wordings from people because as my shrink or whatever you want to call her, she's not really a shrink. She's more of a mental health expert. She would say she would call herself, but talking to her, I can look at sometimes I can look at people writing stuff on social media and realize that they're going through something. Immediately I read it and I'm like, yo, this person going through something.
Yeah. Crying out for help, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
They want somebody to come talk to them,
Because
but they don't know how to ask for help.
I seen it, and then I reach out and be like, hey, I was just saying hi, I'm here, or just something to basically kind of, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going through this and going through. I was like, I noticed, I just didn't want to put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Right.
I hate when people be in the comments like inbox the person.
Send a direct message. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, it's like, why you like, what's wrong with you? Well, like, inbox the person, be like, "Hey, you okay?"
That'll make it worse.
Yeah,
you must have got left
not helpful.
Because I'm sure all of us been sneaking out way before 21.
I never sneaked out. My sisters did because but I was so scared of my mom.
My mom would know this now, but I snuck out.
My sisters was not a game.
I think everybody tried
you
that.
really sneaking out when I go through the front door.
Nah, listen, I just
still sneaking because you come. I bet you come. You close the door slowly, right, when you come in.
I'm gonna get in trouble anyway, so I might as well do what I want to while I'm outside. That was how I used to think.
Sometimes you don't want to take that L though.
Yeah,
that L wasn't a good one.
Nah, you ain't trying to take the L. You ain't trying to get destroyed.
You wish they would ground you, but no, they come in something different. You wish they would say, "Hey, you grounded." No, not getting off that easily.
Nah. So true. I snuck out my first time when I was 21. My mom didn't play, honey.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
Oh, I said we was talking about when we like when you was getting beaten and you ain't cry. So you got beat harder.
Yeah.
I learned that from and my cousins, we used to play cry.
Yeah,
listen, I will cry.
When we get through beatings, even the ones that ain't got no hit was over there screaming. And like when he finished, he like, man, I ain't even got touched.
I will cry as soon as the bell come out. I used to be like, oh my God. I used to drop and be like, oh. And
yeah, man.
Like, I didn't even hit you yet.
I even hold my face like I got hit in my face. And then when they start beating somebody, I walk away and be like, whoo. Yeah, that one little.
My girls are spoiled per their dads. I get told I'm spoiled by their dads. I get told I'm the mean parent.
Yeah, man, So I'm praying that we don't get no daughters then, since I'm gonna get run over.
You're gonna be wrapped. She gonna wrap around your finger.
Listen, that 100% true. Don't judge me, y'all. I was the good child most times.
I could never say that.
I was the good child.
Actually, yeah, actually was.
I was the good child.
I actually was.
In my own way.
In my own, yeah.
People thought I was a good child.
I was hanging out with people that was necessarily not, but
I was always respectful to elders.
Oh yeah, always must. Yeah, definitely.
Like I had to curse these two out the other day because they was tripping.
I mean, if people go on the street, they could never go and see my mom and say I was out in the street bad and being rude or anything like that.
You know what?
They can never say that about me.
Growing up, all my friends could tell you I didn't smoke or I didn't drink.
No,
I wasn't.
No, wait. No smoking.
Yeah, I didn't do it in high school. No, I mean, there was a point where you tried everything before.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't the smoker or the drinker, and there was this one lady was telling my mother that even while I became an adult, she was telling her that she saw me smoking. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
like, yo,
no.
At one point, I just thought my mom was lying because I was like, that's virtually impossible. Because all my friends' mother would tell me that
everybody knows.
They be like you and don't smoke. And I'd be like, they don't smoke. She'd be like, fool, you the only one.
Not with your hands.
I never smoked or drank. Now I was a party. I would party. My mom know where to hit me. You're not going out this weekend, man. Listen,
the end of the world.
And Jesus came down.
3D. So let's get up out of here in the next about 2 or 3 minutes.
The worst is when you confide in someone and they make you feel dumb.
Yep.
That's the worst.
Yes, absolutely. Y'all, my sister would cry as soon as my mom walked in the room.
That's how you do it. You gotta give it effects, man.
That was me. I will be on the floor. Oh my
God. Going back to what Dre was saying real quick, I guess we gotta touch mental health a little bit more. Maybe next time we're on. Like, imagine you're a person that's going through issues and you confiding in a person that you think is there strictly for you. And then you have a little miscalculation, miscommunication, and that person throw you some of your weakest moments back at you.
You can never come back from that.
You can't.
Yeah, never.
It's no way.
Never.
So
never.
And then they would compare it to, well, you said this about me doing this, and you said this about me. Nah, I said this about you arguing with somebody at your job.
Yeah.
But it's life, and one thing about life, it goes on, I guess.
For sure.
Whether you hear
whether you want it to or not.
Yes.
Good job, guys. Thank everybody that joined us tonight. We'll be back again next Tuesday. Well, I might be here for a little bit with y'all, but these guys will be here with y'all next Tuesday and Thursday. I will be on another planet called Florida.
You
getting bit by mosquitoes and running from gators, snakes.
That gator? You going to see the gators?
Going to run by these gators and snakes.
One of those big iguanas, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what they is, but I was watching a video the other day and I saw this lady went outside and the alligator was in her pool. I was like, what the?
Yeah.
Once I saw that, it's a wrap.
I've been watching Planet Earth too, man. Boy, they got the iguanas on there, boy.
That whole pool going in the trash can after I see it.
You haven't seen one?
No, but where my nephew was staying, he was staying in some apartments, and they had them in their
I mean, big. I'm talking about.
Yeah, they had them in their.
They be walking like they chilling, like they be walking.
Next time the trash man come, he picking that pool up, taking it with him.
Take the whole pool, take it all.
No longer needed here because I don't know what the
Yeah, they're plentiful down there. There's a lot of them.
All right, guys. Next week. Love y'all. Thanks for supporting us. See y'all next week with more topics. We here. We the AGP squad. Keep in mind that that emotional entanglement ain't a good thing for you to have, man. It's just not cool. So
slippery slope. Once you start that part of it,
tough. We out here. Don't forget Freaky Fridays tomorrow with me and Lola B. We got something special for y'all.
Friday.
One more time.
The freaks come out on Friday.
One more time.